Good morning, America. I hope you're well. It is Friday, the 28th of February, and it's the final trading day of the month. I want to show you the weekly chart of the Nasdaq because I think there's going to be a hell of a lot of people who are caught below 472 and have stop losses in there. So I wouldn't necessarily be so quick to buy a double bottom. I want to show you something in Bitcoin because it's the same kind of pattern. Whoop. There you have a bottom here in January, coincides with the same date in the Nasdaq. I just wanted to show you what it would look like when stops are thoroughly getting taken out. So the low was 89,000 and the new low was 78,000. Quite the difference. Yeah, I know that you can't compare Bitcoin to Nasdaq. I get that, absolutely. But I just wanted to show you why I don't necessarily want to be a buyer, but rather want to sell short the Nasdaq. Anyway. So, hello America, and apologies for my absence in the last couple of days. Yours truly looked like he'd been punched in the eye by a boxer, a professional boxer. But I'm better now, and I'm glad to be back. And to those tuning in who are Muslims, good luck with your Ramadan this year. That starts in a few hours. Well, I guess that depends on where you are in the world. Just want to show you something in the Nasdaq, in the DAX. It's coming down here. Wouldn't mind being a buyer down here. It's a bit speculative. Ooh, did I just buy twice? That was certainly not my intention. I did, didn't I? Well. Alright, I'm going to amend that mistake. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to buy twice, but I did. Oh well. Do you know what? I'm going to just admit mistake, and I've closed. So there you go. That was a quick, that was odd. I don't know how I managed to trade twice. I haven't even put it into Telegram, so apologies, but the trade was pretty simple. I just bought below, swing low. So this area, it may be a good lesson for anybody who's new to trading. See if I can do that. And now I got 1,000 traders all over the world telling me, no, you should, sorry, that actually, yeah, I looked at this program here in case you're curious. Plan 28-day military workout plan for seniors. I thought, let's have a look at that. That's why it's there. He looks pretty jacked for an old man, doesn't he? Does look a little bit artificial, I would say. Anyway, as you can hear in my voice, I am feeling a lot better. And what an absolute shitty exit on my part. Good entry. What was my entry? 66. And the low was 60. Sweet. I still want to actually show you this. What the hell's wrong with? So in my book, the area below a in an uptrend, the area below a swing low, and this is a swing low here. That's a buying opportunity. And that's why I bought here. If we go and study previous DAX opens in its context to the Dow, you see here's the swing. Here's the swing low from the morning, and buyers are stepping in below the low right there. If you look at the previous day, a little more difficult to pinpoint. Here's the US Open. I worked on a hypothesis that it was actually a friend of mine, a guy called Alex, not the same Alex as I spoke about this morning, but another Alex. He was telling me that he felt that the bar, the fifth or the sixth bar after the US Open, which is down here, would work really good as a pivot point. So if we test that just a couple of days worth, what that means is, so here we go, here's the market open, and so it will be this point here or this point here. But like all mechanical entries, there will be really stellar days, and then there will be days where let's look at another one here. But him and I, we couldn't really agree on should it be the fifth bar or the sixth bar. And I sort of argued that the bar that actually leads up to the full hour was perhaps more reliable. But anyway, let's look at the Dow. And here's the Nasdaq. I can't tell you how relieving it is to be free of pain in the eye. It has been a real pain in the backside not to really be able to trade, and most importantly, not to be able to blink without feeling like you're dragging your eyelids over a razor blade. That's really, really uncomfortable. And I'm sort of just praying that I'm over the worst. I'm still somewhat swollen and my eyes bloodshot, but I haven't got that persistent pain when it blinks. All right, enough of my eyes for now. Let's take a perspective of the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, whatever we define as the overnight range, and that is a significant question. But we have taken out the overnight range, the Asia range, the Europe range, if you wish, and can't quite say the same for the Dow. Dow filled the gap. Guess Nasdaq did too. Well done, Charlotte. Charlotte, who trades with me, she called the DAX. That's nice. That's a nice trader, Charlotte. Respect. I think momentum has swung in the Nasdaq. If you dare buy the Nasdaq, I don't think we're going to go back down again. Let's see if we can find a slightly smarter entry. The ranges are big though, I'll tell you that. 120 points on the last 5-minute candle in the Nasdaq. That's saying something. Oh joy, I haven't answered messages on Telegram now for 2 days. And I've got you see, that's the thing about Telegram. It stops counting when you surpass 1,000 messages. And that's what I got. Stand by for a long position in the Dow below 43,311. Please stand by. buying the Dow here. I'm buying below prior bar low in what I think is an uptrend. Well, which I think is momentum to the upside. My stop loss is 200 points away. It is obviously not 200 points away. I need to move that. I'll put it at so what I've done here is I've decided that I think this market is going to push higher, and I bought below this current 5-minute bar. Sorry, the previous 5-minute bar. The price you're seeing here is Thursday's closing price. My trade size was doing really well. So I hope you sort of get the gist here. Oh my God, man, it would be absolutely fucking cool if I could just I just nailed it. Thank you very much. I've closed 50 points. I just want to make something clear to you. I kind of hope to get out of here ASAP, because whilst I have missed trading with you and just missed trading, I'm also acutely aware of perhaps not being completely out of the woods yet. So if I can get the job done, I absolutely will. So far, 170 pounds. We do need to talk about at some point when I'm going to increase the stake size. But as I spoke about during the European session earlier today, I said, look, it's all very well that the account has grown. However, the trading ranges in, say, the DAX index, and I'd very much like to show you. And so what you're seeing here is the DAX on the daily chart. Notice the average true range indicator that you're seeing here. It has gone from, in the beginning of 2025, the daily range was about 180 points. That has now increased to 260-70 points. That's a 50% increase. And so it stands to reason then that as traders, we need to be mindful of our stop losses, needs to be proportionally bigger as well. Or we need to be really damn good with our stop losses. And so if my stop losses have to increase by 50%, and I normally use a, say, 60-point stop loss in the DAX, then it stands to reason by way of math that I need to add 50%, which means that my stop loss in the DAX now needs to be 90 points. Well, if I am going to use a 90-point stop loss in the DAX, which I'm not really that comfortable with, but just say for the theoretical argument of it, I can't trade the normal stake size because I am also disproportionately increasing my overall risk to my account. So that's just some of the considerations that is going on in my mind until I decide whether to increase or decrease my stake size. But just a little word about the account. I started with 10,000. It's currently 16,000. I traded pretty much every day in January. In February, I've only traded 7 out of the, well, how many trading days have there been in February? 5, 10, 15, 20 trading days, minus any holiday. But I've only traded 7 of them. And I've gone from 14,000, I think we were in end of January, can't quite remember exactly, but I think it was about 14,000 to 16,000, call it 16,500. So I've added 2,500 pounds over the last 7 trading sessions, which I don't think is anything to be ashamed of, but there's no doubt in my mind that I've also missed some really, really good trading days. So sort of just by way of talking about next month, I have absolutely no travel plans in March. April is a different matter altogether. April will without a doubt see me take some time off because it's Easter. And I don't know if you know this, but for those of you who like to walk the pilgrim route in North Spain, the Easter processions are really something. It's really beautiful. It's a really lovely atmosphere, and especially in the mountains. And so I'd rather not miss that. But otherwise, Easter aside, March should have no interruptions. April, some. And then May, no interruptions. June, no interruptions. And then there'll be a long break in July and August. How much, I don't know yet. But it's all good. It's all fun and games. And my challenge this year is going to be to try and grow this account to prove that a trader with a meticulous approach, a mechanical approach, and some decent setups and good money management is able to make a living. That's the theory. And if I can't do it, well, that wouldn't be a good indictment of my skills as a trader, would it? My challenge is going to be to keep my wits about me all year. And let's face it, a year is a long time. We're 2 months in, I'm up 65%. It's decent enough, nothing wrong with that. I am trading a more appropriate size account behind the scenes. I promised myself that I won't allude to those trades because I think they are out of the realms of what a conventional account size trader would engage with. And it feels more like showing off than being educational. And that's what I really wanted to do this year. Is I want to focus on the education, not create this, oh, look at me, aren't I great? Which, let's face it, I have my good moments, but I certainly also have my shitty moments. And they come unannounced. Don't they just, ladies and gentlemen, go, oh dear, he's crap. Yeah. But you can also tell, can't you, that I haven't spoken to anyone for 3 full days. Because I got fucking verbal diarrhea. When I'm looking at this one here, I'm thinking, and by the way, that's my homework for the weekend. That is to get a better assessment of the overnight range in the Nasdaq and in the Dow so that I can make better trading decisions. Someone asked me, why are you even doing this? Why are you even trading? If you made the money that you wanted to make, why do this? The answer is pretty simple, because it's tremendously stimulating to trade. It excites me, and I think that it maintains a level of life discipline, because discipline is really something you need to have in spades when you are trading. You need to be disciplined in your entries, disciplined with your money management, disciplined with your preparation. And I don't just mean the chart preparation, but also the research and the reviewing, the auditing, but also things like exercise, diet, fresh air, times away from the screen, times to be sociable. And I like that all-round, those all-round requirements. It's not a normal job. It's a job that it sort of consumes you. And then when you get good at it and you begin to really make money and you perhaps catch a really good year where there's good trends, it's like this, you never know when that year is going to come. For me, it was 2015 was a real make it year. And then there was Brexit of 2016, which was phenomenal. Then it was sort of okay for a few years. And then came COVID, which was just wow. And it's probably never going to be that good, I imagine. So yeah, it's interesting to read how, I'm thinking of Richard Dennis here, who began the turtle trader experiment together with William Eckhart. And interesting to see how during the 80s they made a lot of money trading trend following. A lot. Did very well. And then, to my recollection, as the story goes, one of the turtles or two of the turtles did some statistical analysis on how trend trading really wasn't supposed to work. I think Richard Dennis retired, came back out of retirement and lost half his fund. I think you can Google that. And some of the investors accused him of abandoning his system and doing other things. And I think he lost that lawsuit. I think that's very important for you to be mindful of, that I'm not abandoning my system when I'm taking the ante. More, I am adapting to the environment to make myself an overall more profitable trader. Do you know what one of the greatest qualities that you can have as a human being? If you want to be successful, you really have to respect one rule. Never lie to yourself. Be your own harshest critic. Okay, so we're coming up to school run. Let me just check the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is surprising me. It is not as resilient as I thought. Now, with the Dow, how do we define the overnight range? Is research that I have yet to do. But if this had been the DAX, Christ, sometimes my software, as brilliant as it is, there we go. It's a really good piece of software, but sometimes I'm like, oh, get out of these lines. If this was the DAX, I would say we need to sell short here. Why? Well, because we are trading inside the overnight range. The high of the school run bar is 429. We've just gone 476. It's bloody tempting to sell short here with a stop loss. Say 70-point stop loss. But I'm looking at the daily chart. I'm thinking new lows, trading above the body of the previous day. This does look like it wants to finish the month on a strong note. Nasdaq pumping above. See, Nasdaq is probably something we need to be long of as well. I'm gonna try it, but just in small size. I'll post the trades in a second. So wow, here's a really good example. Nasdaq definitely trading inside the range. Instead of following the anti-research, I actually bought it, hoping for a breakout, and I am not getting that breakout. And the same with the Dow. I'm going to take my chances on the Dow, and I am buying that as well. I've already been stopped out of the Nasdaq. Wow, that was quick. That would have been a beautiful anti-trade. Wow, that was my stop loss was 520. It went 502. It went really quick. I moved my stop loss to 43,392. New highs. Come on, Dow. Near recovery from my Nasdaq loss. Come on, push higher. There we go. I've closed my Dow. I think I've got 60 out of it. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I actually lost 77 in the Nasdaq, but I made all right. So it's just gone 10 past the hour, and I think I'd like to wind down for the Friday. Let's just see how it went today. Dow was kind to me. DAX was kind to me. Nasdaq less so. So that's me done. Well done for those of you who did actually do the ante. I respect that. You're a better trader than I am. So next week will be a new month, and I'll be starting at around 16,500. I might adjust the trading sizes a little bit, but I got no open orders, and it will get back to a normal routine of, education and longer trading sessions. I'm just going to spend the weekend recover, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, look after yourself. It was lovely to have your company today. It was a very profitable day, but I'm signing out now. Bye for now.